very good morning. Today we are going to discuss about fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane. As you know that cell membrane or plasma membrane is present in all living cells. Uh, in case of prokaryotic cells and plant cells, it is a second layer of the cell after cell wall. But in case of animal cell, there is no cell wall and hence the cell membrane or plasma membrane is outermost layer of animal cell. It is semi-permeable in nature. It is selective in nature. That means it checks the entry of the substances into and out of the cell. Okay, this fluid mosaic model, actually this describes the mosaic of the membrane. Mosaic means there is a presence of many substances, many components in this layer. This was proposed by S.J. Singer and G.L. Nicholson. They proposed fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane. So this is the model of the plasma membrane. Here you can see the phospholipid layer. It is bi-layer. There are two layers. One layer is here and another layer is there. Okay. So two layers of phospholipid, or you can say lipid bilayer is present. Lipid bilayer is present, and within this layer many proteins or glycoproteins are present. Here you can see the peripheral protein. This peripheral protein, do remember, this peripheral protein is present on the either side of this phospholipid bilayer, either this side or this side. This peripheral protein does not cross the whole of the membrane like these channel proteins and carrier proteins. They are sandwiched between the lipid bilayer. Here you can see the glycoprotein are present, and these glycoprotein, the function of this glycoprotein is actually to form hydrogen bonds. These glycoproteins form hydrogen bond with water molecules present around the cell. सेल के बाहर जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं उनके साथ हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड कौन बनाएगा? दिस ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन, इन ऑर्डर टू स्टेबलाइज सेल मेम्ब्रेन और प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. या आप ये भी कह सकते हैं कि वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स को अंदर लाने के लिए पहले उनसे बॉन्ड बनाना पड़ेगा, तो वो जो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बनेगा वो कौन करेगा? ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन. This phospholipid, when we study this phospholipid separately, here you can see this possesses a phosphate head. A phosphate head is polar in nature. Polar means any substance that possess negative and positive charge. Polarity, negative or positive charge. So this phosphate head is polar in nature. Okay, it shows polarity and is known as hydrophilic end. Okay, and these tails are fatty acid tails, and these fatty acid tails are non-polar and hydrophobic. This peripheral protein, as I said, they regulate the cell signaling and other cellular events to promote various metabolic reactions inside the cells. It does not cross cell membrane, as you can see over here, and it maintains cell shape and structure. This channel protein, which is sandwiched between the lipid bilayer as well as this carrier protein, more specifically this channel protein, the type of transport proteins, they are also known as aquaporins. These channel proteins are also known as aquaporins. Aquaporins नाम इसलिए दिया गया है क्योंकि वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स के साथ ये डील करते हैं, इसलिए. So these channel proteins, type of transport proteins, they let water molecules and small ions through quickly. यानी ये एकदम से जो अंदर की ओर जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन होगी वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स के along with some ions, उनको ये facilitate करेगा. These aquaporins allow water to diffuse. So it helps in the diffusion process of various substances like water molecules. This carrier protein are also sandwiched between lipid bilayer. That's why both channel and carrier protein are known as integral proteins, क्योंकि ये दोनों में दोनों बीच में ही sandwiched होते हैं bilayer में. These carrier proteins, they are important transmembrane polypeptide molecules. Polypeptide इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि एक अमाइनो एसिड जब ढेर सारे जो अमाइनो एसिड्स हैं जब वो एक चेन में आ जाएंगे तो हम उन्हें क्या बोलते हैं? पॉलीपेप्टाइड. और वही क्या होता है? एक प्रोटीन है. इसलिए दे आर इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रांसमेम्ब्रेन पॉलीपेप्टाइड मॉलिक्यूल्स, फैसिलिटेट charged and polar molecules and ions across lipid bilayer. Means charged and polar molecules specifically and ions specifically facilitated by these carrier proteins. These channel proteins are they are specific for the passage of water molecules especially, and these glycoproteins, they stabilize membrane. This cholesterol which is present over here, actually it reduces the fluidity. It makes the membrane less permeable. Means the reason behind the selective nature of cell membrane is due to having these phospholipids as well as this cholesterol. So it makes membrane less permeable, and this cholesterol also ensures the separation between these two hydrophobic tails. Separation of these hydrophobic tails in order to avoid crystallization of membrane. इन दोनों को ये separate करके रखता है. ठीक है. And this phospholipid, as you know, act as barrier to passage of molecules and ions into and out of the cell. So this is about the fluid mosaic model. You must know about phospholipid and its function, channel proteins or aquaporins, carrier proteins, glycoproteins, cholesterol, peripheral proteins, and separately this phosphate head or hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail, non-polar and polar. These are the functions of the various parts of plasma membrane. Thank you.